Hello, hello, friends. Good morning, good evening. Think people are still joining in. Can you all turn the videos on? We can stop it when we start the visualization or meditation. There you go, James. I can see you. Hey, hey, good morning.
Morning. How you doing, everybody? Shibu?
Good, good, always good. Let's wait for others to turn on their videos.
Hi, hi, Shibu. Hi, James.
Hey,
Morning.
Swam.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you.
All right. So we have 15 participants. I think they're still in the process of joining in. So, how was the week, right? I mean, let's just start with a quick check-in. Hey, Agrima, good morning or good evening, based on where you are.
Hello, namaste, good morning.
Namaste. So, how's your week?
Week was very good. I did try to find the tree and rest under it, and your videos are very helpful in just like gentle reminders. And I would want to share that last Saturday
Uh-huh.
after the healing class, it was really nice and everything, and I got an insight which I did not share, but I did kind of feel everything that you
Mm-hmm.
were talking, and the meditation was very, very healing as well. But I did
Mm-hmm.
get like, it wasn't like much that happened, but a small thing was triggering, and maybe I was crying for the previous things. I don't know, but it was just a small thing that happened. And I
Mm-hmm.
just cried and cried and cried. So I said, I don't know if it this thing I'm crying for, or is it
Mm-hmm.
because maybe I did not express in the class. But I did resolve it inside of me, but I think it just came out. Um, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And
And
it's
crying can be a sign of healing too. It's not always a sign of grievance, you know. Sometimes when we experience healing, we do cry, and that's just a signal that we're healing, you know. So it could be a reason that you had a healing experience,
absolutely.
Yes.
and it was being expressed through crying.
Yes.
Absolutely. And Agrima, as James said, right, it's the flow. Because all this stickiness and stuck emotions and this shadow self and everything is now we are throwing light at it, right? Gently.
Mm.
Let's not expect anything from it, as we keep saying, right? Let's not expect anything. Just show up, keep doing the things, let it flow. Let's not try to analyze it from the mind as well. Let the flow happen. It's a beautiful healing, and healing will happen. I know you've been joining the meditation sessions as well, so thank you for that. And
Yes. And I want to add that I love the journaling. I went back to
Mhm.
writing with a fountain pen like I used to when I was in college days, and I'm loving it so much that I don't want to stop. I just go on and on writing whatever comes to me, and it's really very, very. I never thought that I would enjoy journaling so much, but it's really wonderful. It feels really good after.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing. And again, it's very, very important that you come here, you're on video and you're speaking because this is also motivating others, right? You know,
Yes.
if anybody has not done it, it's okay, absolutely fine. But just start, give it a chance, give it a shot, give it like 1 or 2 days, and as Agrima is saying, it's a beautiful experience. Because to starting, there is always that little thing, right? Oh, should I do it? Is there any benefit? The mind always plays in and says, okay, there is probably not much. But then the once we start, once we give it a shot, all changes. Thank you so much for sharing that,
Mm,
Agrima.
thank you.
I see your cat there, James.
My
Is he
cat
having
will
access to
meditate with
video?
us. She's a professional meditator.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think shall we get started now?
Okay.
Is there anybody else who would like to share? Like Agrima, this is beautiful, right? I mean, this whole program is not so much about wisdom sharing and stuff like that. This is about, as we keep saying, that it's not really a course of where we teach anything. There is no teaching here, right? The whole thing, that is why we're calling it as a sacred remembrance. It's just being with who you are, embracing the totality of who you are. That's it. There's not a lot of, wisdom, gyan, or, none of that. Doesn't matter. You're already whole. You just need to remember it, right? That's the whole process. That's why we keep saying this, stressing again and again and again, to go to the trails, go to the nature, to the trees. It's all unconditional love there, right? There is no judgment. Every time we are with somebody, there is always something going on. There you put on those roles, masks, and stuff. But in the nature, there's nothing. It's a mirror, right, James? That's a
That's right. It's a
beautiful
mirror.
thing.
It shows you what you want to see or
Yeah,
what you need to see.
exactly, exactly. All right, friends. So let's get started. Again, before we start, one more time, emphasizing on the importance of practice, practice, practice. Because we can never become a master of guitar by reading about it, right? You have to do it. Do it every day. Practice, mastery. And that is why we call, whether it is meditation or all these practices which we do, whatever it is, right? It's an art. And it's also a science. There is a science to it. There is also an art, because we have to keep doing it. All right. So let's get started. So what are we doing today? So last week, Saturday, we started and we were working on the emotion of guilt. So we did this, as always, we'll start with small visualization, because we just want to stay grounded so that we can receive the story which Swayam will tell, right? So after that, we get into these reflections. It's a very, very important process, as Agrima just mentioned, right? There'll be a lot of healing, there'll be a lot of release. There's a very safe space. It's just a group of friends here, nothing formal or anything. We're just having fun, we're just healing together, right? So it's a safe space. And that reflection, after that reflection, we'll just do a meditation, which will be conducted by James. And yeah, we'll have Q&A. We'll have a Q&A towards the end, but if you have any questions, don't worry about it. Just raise your hand or just unmute and speak. Don't speak during the meditation. Otherwise, you're good. All right, so let's start. So now there is actually this week, the emotion which we'll be dealing with is grief. There will be multiple layers to it. There will be multiple layers. You'll see those emotions pop up as we go through the story. And friends, now there is no need for you to be on video, because we'll be closing our eyes. We'll be closing our eyes so we can switch off the video. You can be on video if you want to, but that's not needed right now. Okay. All right. Settle in, everybody. Completely transfer your weight to wherever you're sitting. Could be a ground, it could be a chair. Call it the Sthira Sukha Asana. Comfort and stability. Stable, like a tree, rooted, rooted, comfortable, stable. Gently close your eyes. And the eyes need to remain closed throughout. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Let's do it together. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As we inhale, breathe in the beautiful energies, the newness, the freshness which the nature has to offer. And as we exhale, let's release anything which is not needed at this point in time. All the worries, tensions, everything leaving us. Now, visualize yourself stepping into our sacred trail. This is a path which we already know by now. It's our new home. It's familiar, but we sense the newness in it, the freshness. It's always new, soft, fresh. We walk slowly without any rush. The rhythm of the nature is slowly guiding us. And then suddenly we feel the excitement in our body, throughout the body. And we see her, your mother tree. She stands strong, majestic, timeless. As you step into her aura, feel a warm, motherly embrace. All the worries are melting away. You walk to her and gently sit by her roots. At this moment, we know we are completely protected. Absolutely no worries anymore. Completely protected. Your back resting on her trunk, and the spine is now aligned with hers. And now slowly, the breath is also matching with her rhythm. It's becoming one breath. And now, with each breath, we feel the energy is loosening, all the sticky energy is beginning to melt, all the built up ideas are slowly dissolving. Mother Tree doesn't try to fix anything. She just holds us with love, unconditional love. In the stillness, in this beautiful healing space, the story begins to rise.
Visualize a quiet, secluded hermitage deep in the forest. There, a woman sits, still and silent, before a murti of Parvati Ma. Her name is Chandrika. Her face is lined with sorrow, her heart broken. Sitama enters this quiet space. She sees Chandrika and is moved by the grief that surrounds her. Gently, Mata says, "Your trust is the only thing I seek. I feel your pain in my heart, but I do not know the cause. Perhaps, if you share me your story, we can together remove the root of your suffering." Chandrika pauses, stares at Murthy, and finally speaks. "My name is Chandrika. I was married to a promising young sage. Our guru so believed in his abilities that he sent students to our hermitage. I took great pride in my husband. Then, one day, she appeared. Her name was Maya. She claimed to be the daughter of a great sage. She brought food we couldn't refuse. She was beautiful, clever. A fragrance followed her, and soon the students were at her feet. I became alarmed. Beneath her beauty, I saw a smirk. I warned my husband, but he dismissed me, said she was a celestial being. He looked at me with disdain, as if I had become a burden. One morning, she was gone, and so was he. The spell lifted. The students spoke ill of him. All of them left. I could not face our guru. I blamed myself. Maybe if I had been a better wife. With no students, I had no place to go. I wandered the forest, hoping to bring him back. But then, a voice in my head urged me to end my life. I stood at the edge of the river, ready to leave. And then I heard another voice. It was Parvati Ma. She pulled me back and led me to this hut. She saved my life, though I do not know why. Mata was bereft of words. As she allowed Chandrika's suffering to pass through her, finally she asked, "And so you live here alone?" Chandrika nodded. "But it is not safe," Mata said gently. "Brutal Rakshasas still terrorize these forests. Are you not afraid?" Chandrika shook her head and replied, "What more can they do to me, Mata? I have already lost everything I ever held." Mata asked, "What has happened to your husband?" I don't know if he's dead or alive. He left without a word, no apology, no explanation. The Mata said, I will find him. Forgive me, Mata. I beg you, do not ask me to return to him. I love him still, despite his arrogance and disdain for me. But for the sake of my honor, I can never return. Then she lifted her eyes to Mata. What would you do, Mata? You who are admired for your unconditional love and your dignity as a woman. What would you do if you were in my place? Mata stunned. She took a long pause, then finally replied, I cannot imagine any condition that would lessen my love for my husband. But I would never tolerate a condition that caused me to lose my dignity. From a very young age, I was taught by my father, Maharaja Janak, that one must uphold their self-respect at all costs. Whether you return or not, whether you reconcile or not, what matters most is that you regain your self-belief. Mata gently took Chandrika's hand. You are a brave and noble woman. You have done no wrong. Do not deprecate yourself. In doing so, you dishonor all women. We are not responsible for the behavior of others, but we are responsible for our own dignity. Chandrika whispered, Then you do not object to my remaining as a forest hermit? If you had left of your own will, it would be different, Mata said. But life brought you here, and Parvati Ma is guiding you. That night, Mata lit a fire. She brewed herbs. She shared food. And before leaving, she said, I will leave the rest of these plants with you, Chandrika. Heat them and drink the brew morning and night. You will feel better and your meditation will improve. I will come visit you again, but before leaving, I will share some meditation practices that I have learned along our journey. They may be helpful. And so, Mata shared with Chandrika what she had learned from sage Anasuya. Simple meditation practice, focused on the breath to calm the mind. Chandrika's eyes glistened, not just with grief, but with a faint light of hope. You have given me a reason to live. Parvati Ma saved my life. But you have given me the strength to preserve my dignity, so I can offer hope to other women like me. Mata smiled. You have also taught me, Chandrika. You showed me that a woman must have the strength to carve her own path. Go now and be an example to the world of what a woman abandoned by husband and society can become. Let your grief flow and let it become your wisdom. unmute yourself, Shibuji.
I'm sorry. I was speaking on mute. My eyes was closed as well. I'm sorry about that. So I was just saying, yeah, first of all, Swam, beautiful, beautiful story. Thank you for that. And I was just saying, friends, let's see what is rising in us as we are hearing this. And let's just observe without any judgments. So all this is also part of us, right? What is rising is also part of us. Just observe. And as the story said, let the grief flow and let it become wisdom. There are no punishments. It's all lessons. That's how we get the wisdom, through these opportunities. So sharing, as Agrima mentioned, is a beautiful, beautiful way of releasing, right? Last time, two ladies shared. There's a lot of sharing. It creates a beautiful space for us. So let's be open and share what is surfacing in us. Please raise your hand or unmute and share. And now, please be on video as well. Again, friends, is a safe space. Yeah, I see Nandini's hand raised. Go ahead, Nandini, you can unmute and speak.
Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I could like to share my experience, which happened last year for me. So the thing is, I was carrying for 5 months, and in fifth month I had a miscarriage. So I was so depressed. I was questioning myself that why this happened to me, and lot of guilt I had. So because of me, dad, or I don't know the reason behind that. And suddenly I was doing meditation. I used to do meditation even before that, and I was continuing my meditation during that time. And the question that I had in this, why did it happen to me? And like 2 to 3 months, I was still in meditation. And suddenly in one of my girls group, I got a friend who faced the same problem as like me, and she gave me the answer. I don't know her before, but suddenly when we are chatting, I came to know about her the same situation, and she answered my question that God have saved me from suffering. That's why this happened. And she had two babies, twin baby, and they were physically disabilities. So instead of suffering, God have saved you, Nandini. So this is the answer for you for the question that you are asking. Then from that moment only, I realized that God had a better plan. So that's why this thing happened to me, and He saved me and my baby from sufferings. So this is like a magic. I don't know how to express this because the solution that I got give me the relief. But still, I feel that my baby is with me. And this is the experience I want to share with you guys. But still, I have that pain. But okay, I'm just healing myself by doing meditation. Yeah, this is the one that I want to share.
Oh, thank you so much, Nandini. Thank you for coming on video and sharing this experience. Really, really appreciate it. And as you said, this is magic, this is personal, and very courageous. Thank you. Hey, Jyoti, please unmute and speak. Thank you for raising your hand. Please unmute.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you so much, Swam, for a lovely story in a very soothing voice. Throughout the story, I don't know why, but I was getting tear from my only left eyes. It was just rolling down, and I'm feeling really light now. So while listening to the story, I could remember my father's words we are three sisters, and he always used to say that even if you all are married, but it doesn't mean that you cannot come back. Anytime, any challenges you face, anytime you feel that you are not comfortable, you are have anything, you can come back. I really don't care what the society says or they feel, but we have raised you with great difficulties and efforts, and we don't want you to suffer in the world out there. So do come back. That's the thought which came to me while listening the story. I remembered him. I could feel that the Sita Mata was inside him when he was sharing his wisdom. And I feel so grateful to have him as my father.
Thank you so much, Jyoti, for sharing your experience.
Thank you, Sven.
Thank you so much, Jyoti. Thank you. Thank you for that. And friends, this is a very, very safe space. Again, I'm repeating, no judgments. There is only acceptance here. There is only unconditional love, compassion, and acceptance here. So please feel free to open up and share. If you're not comfortable coming on video, that is okay too. You don't have to be on video. Everything based on your comfort. Please go by that. And if you're not comfortable coming on video or speaking, then as we had requested this time, I'm hoping that you'll all have a paper and pen ready. So let's use that. Let's take the paper and pen and write whatever is coming to us. This is a very, very healing space, right? Certain things would have surely triggered in us. We all can connect to something within that story with no judgments. Absolutely not trying to judge yourself or others. Just pour it out. Just put it on paper. Throw it in there. Just write it out there. So request you all to please do that. One thing is to share here directly, but if you're not comfortable, the next 5 minutes or so, take that pen and paper and write it out. Pour it out there. So I am James. Would like to add anything else or anybody else? Jyoti?
I can help, yeah, I can help our friends to walk through the journey of writing. I can just share a few pointers
Please
where
do.
they can reflect their thoughts.
Please do that, Jyoti. Yep. Thank you.
Hello, friends. So as Shibu had mentioned already that let's pour our thoughts on the paper. So I would like to invite you all to reflect on the thoughts which are coming on the surface at present while listening to the story. We'll take a minute pause. We'll wait everyone to write as they feel. You may also choose to write at a later stage. And after a minute, I will give another pointer to reflect on to move further with the feeling of what we have received after listening to the story. The second journaling prompt, which is there to reflect on, is how are these thoughts making me feel right now? Can I name the feelings? Can I name it? All these feelings are stuck in our body, making home, as it is very difficult for us to let go. Is there anything which we are stuck to and it's finding very difficult to let go? Let's give a moment of thought that what step I can take to let go of the feelings of suffering or a grief which is coming on the surface and making a home in my body. At times, we make our identity based on our feeling, the griefs, the unsuccess stories which we have. Let us all write a different story which inspire us, like Sita Ma suggested Shantika, to rise up and share and give hope to other moments around. Let it also follow the same way the Sita Mata guided everyone, the Chandrika. Let us rise a different story and help other beings all around us. As a closing step of writing the journal points, I would invite everyone to just tear that paper and burn it off and blow it in the air. How the paper is burned and then passed, blown away in the air. This is how all the limiting beliefs and the grievance which is being stored in our body is released. If you are feeling rushed while making this, give yourself some grace. You may choose to do it at a later stage, but please do it today as you would be in a flow and a lot of energies would be around you as we are doing this process together.
Thank you so much, Jyoti. Thank you so much. Thanks for guiding that and providing the prompts. Really appreciate it. And friends, as Jyoti mentioned, let's do it today itself. Please give us that time. Let's please prioritize it and write it out today itself. And as you mentioned, tear it out or burn it away. Let it all go. Let the flow happen. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Maybe I think we can now stop the music. We'll now get into the next stage, which is the healing meditation. James, you ready?
Shibu, I'm here. I'm
Awesome.
ready.
Awesome. So, shall we get into our meditative, beautiful, meditative healing state?
Yes. Okay. Well, let us begin. Dear friends, thank you for being here today. Let us all begin by getting into a meditation posture. Cross the legs or ankles. Sit comfortably, back straight, hands in your lap. Everyone, let's take a deep breath. Hold and exhale. Another deep breath in, hold, and exhale. And now let's breathe normally. Bring your attention to your breath. With your eyes closed, breathe naturally. Let the thoughts relax. Let the thoughts settle. And keep your attention only on the flow of air in and out. Let's ask a question. Who am I? And wait to see what is the answer. We all have a story. We all have relationships. We see ourselves in terms of our relationships with others. Relationships are temporal. Temporal means time. What occurs in time has a beginning and an end. Our relationships allow us to know ourselves. When the relationships begin, it can be very joyful. And as relationships continue, we learn about ourselves. We come to know better who we are. And sometimes relationships end, causing distress if we feel loss. Causing distress in various forms: grief, depression, sadness, unacceptance. Why? We may feel that we've lost a part of ourself when the relationship ends. And so one might feel grief. But what's truly real doesn't occur as temporal or time bound. What's truly real is outside of time. And when we know that, it's okay then to allow a relationship to end, to accept that I won't see that person again. What's truly real is the eternal. Eternal means outside of time. So we ask the question again, who am I? A story occurs within time, so I cannot be a story. Relationships occur in time, and so I'm not a relationship. The beingness that forms is everything, is outside of time. That beingness is what we are. It can never change. We are all the one self, having an experience in many forms. We all come to know ourselves through our relationships. And our relationships are valuable because it's how we express our love. This love lives at the core of our being always looking to express. Relationships are perfect for expression of love. But love can make no demands. Love cannot imprison. And so, if a relationship cedes because one decides they don't want, then love allows it to end because love will never imprison. Love asks nothing except to express. So when we grieve, what are we grieving and who is grieving? To be healed means to be whole. And we are always whole. We are the one self of the universe. We are that oneness. Oneness can lose nothing. So any loss that's perceived is illusory in nature. No loss could be experienced by love, by oneness. We are everything that is. Even if a person who we love is far away, we are still present there with that person in their heart, and they are present with us in our heart. My dear friends, let us remember to always be true to who we are. Always express authentically in our relationships. Always be truthful. In being true to who we are, we honor our relationships with others. We don't criticize, judge, blame. We don't engage in backbiting. We honor all in our relationships. And in so doing, we allow joy to flow to everyone and increase. And if a relationship ends, we can remember how joyful of a time we spent together instead of grieving for a loss that isn't real. Dear friends, another 30 seconds and we'll finish the meditation. Five, four, three, two, one. When you're ready, take the palms of your hands. You may rub them together. Place them over your eyes. And slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes and look into your palms.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, James. Thank you all. There is a beautiful space of stillness. And this is also the healing space. Beautiful words, James. Things which are sticking to me. The truth, authenticity. Why would we be any other way? Because anything else is an idea. Once we anchor on truth, everything else falls. Those are ideas. Beautiful, beautiful indeed. And this is precisely the reason why we're calling it as remembrance. Knowing. James asked a question. Who are we? And that question, such a deep question, right? It becomes genuine, sincere, serious question. The answer appears. Thank you so much, friends. All right, so in terms of last week, we had, actually, before we go into the activities for the week, in this beautiful space, right? Would anybody else would like to share, speak few words? Just like Agrima started this call, right? When we started this call, she spoke about her experience in this beautiful, beautiful stillness and space. Is there anybody else who would like to speak? Okay, absolutely fine. And I know we are in, the words might be finding it difficult to come out because we are in a deep state of stillness. So just absolutely fine. I just wanted to check. In terms of activities, friends, there are 3 activities which we recommended, right, as mandatory things to be done through the week. One is the meditation. That's always the foundation. Everything is built on that. Meditation is like the one which James just conducted. So we are offering that, our volunteers are offering that out of a lot of love every day at 9 p.m. Eastern Time or 6:30 a.m. India time. So you may join that, or you may do it by yourself. Doesn't matter. You can just go to the trail. You can just sit by yourself in a room. Just, just, just find time for yourself. That's what we are requesting. Find time. Let the ideas fall. Let all the ideas which you have built up, allow it to fall. Because we are already with distractions. Every time we are with distraction, we find excuses not to be with ourselves. Even when we go to a trail, we have a phone, we're listening to a podcast, we're listening to something, or we're talking to somebody. The whole idea is to be with no distraction, absolutely no distraction. That is also the healing space, because that's when we are in touch with ourselves. So please continue to do the meditation every single day. All of us, James, Swayam, Jyoti, Rashmi, me, everybody is available in case there is any questions. So you may ask us. Second, Jyoti was guiding the journaling. So that's one, right? Every night, find some time to journal. And this is not beating yourself down. I planned for this 5 things, couldn't do these things. 3 out of 5. No, it's not that, right? Just write it down, what it is. Whatever comes to us, just write it down with acceptance. Because back in the day, many years ago, I used to be like this, where I had planned for these 5 things, I couldn't do it. There was really no acceptance at that time. So it's a process. So it's about how the day was, what we did. Just write it down with no judgment. Be the observer, witness, and just write it down. Only you're going to see it. Nobody else will ever see it. So, as James said, authentic, truthful, honest, truthful. Let it come out. The third thing is, we always talk about it. I keep posting videos, trail, find trees, find nature, find somewhere where you can be yourself. Because you might have observed, if anybody for that matter, right? It could be your husband, wife, brother, sister, son, whoever. When another person is there at this time, I mean, we are at this point in time, right? When there is another person, there is always a role which we play. We put on a role. We put on a role. Let it to come out of all that. In the initial days, we need those things where, be with the nature, be with the trail, where you're not putting on any masks, no roles, nothing. Becomes very simple. So which is why the trail walks are very important. There is a lot of unconditional love, giving and receiving, which happens there. We become one with the trees, the nature around us. The visualization which we do is a living experience for a lot of us, and all of us should have it. That experience of oneness with the nature, with the tree. It's a very important thing. So let's please do that. And this week, we're adding one more, which is gratitude to this beautiful element called water, which sustains life for us. So Swayam, can you can I request you to talk about this? Swayam might have left. Oh, Swayam is there. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
this
thank you,
was
James, for a beautiful meditation.
Welcome.
Yeah, so friends, we are adding the water element because water helps to release our emotions, right? We are stuck with this grief emotion. So water, if you see a river, if any rock comes in between, it doesn't get stuck there. It finds its own way and then it moves, right? Just like that, when you connect to water element, everything, whatever stuck in ourself, it will get released. So if possible, tomorrow is Sunday, go to a waterfall or beach, or you can just sit in front of a pond and just observe the pond. Okay, if nothing is available, then just enjoy your shower or say gratitude to water whenever you drink. And that's all, Shigu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Swayam. Beautifully put. And it's a new exercise which we are adding. And many trails will have water bodies, like Swayam mentioned, right? Many trails might have it. Even if it's not there, we are always in contact with water. Our body itself is 70% water, right? So when we are expressing gratitude to water, we are also expressing gratitude to our body as well. It's all water. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful um, exercises. We will share reminders, our volunteers will share, and request you all, like Agrima, you are sharing your experience. Please share that in the group. So it might motivate one or two people, right? It might motivate somebody to just also do it. Because sharing is actually flowing. You're allowing the flow to happen, right? You're not keeping anything with yourself. You're just allowing the flow. So please share in the group, record videos, talk, just, write something, motivate everyone. You can even say I meditated, right? Might actually be a prompt or a trigger for somebody else to do that. It's our small service. Nothing is small, it's a service. So yeah, that should be it for today. We can open up for questions. If any of you have questions, you may ask now or you may ask later. And if there is anything which you would want to discuss with any of us, you can ping us directly. Okay, so no questions. And I actually want to end with that beautiful, the way we ended the story, right? Let the grief flow and let it become wisdom. Just beautiful, beautiful words. Because these are learnings. Grief is not a punishment, it's an opportunity, it's a learning. This is what becomes wisdom. This is our wisdom. Thank you so much, dear friends. Thank you. We'll meet next Saturday and also meet every day for meditation. So 40-day course. Let's continue with sincerity and seriousness every day. Also, don't forget to enjoy. Have fun.